This is just surface level. This is not pretty all the time. I just make pretty things. Because as much as I tell my clients to start documenting their life, it's time for me to start documenting mine. We're back and we're ready to document the process. Me sitting at my computer all day, not doing anything, that's authentic. I want to de-influence influencing. But this is the next season. This is season 2, the sequel. And I always think people think that their lives aren't interesting enough to document. But it's all about how you tell your story. Welcome back to the vlogs, everyone. It has been almost a year since I have actually been filming these, and I genuinely forgot I had this camera. So we're gonna bring it back now that life has calmed down since living in Indonesia, and I wrapped up a few other projects. That it's my birthday again, and I did a vlog last time of Bali on my birthday, and you know what, I thought that it was time to bring these back. And there is so much going on that, wow, that was a voice crack, that I realized again that if I don't document this or share this side of my life, that no one else will. And I've always wanted to vlog, like I've said in the last few vlogs, so I'm like, well, no time like the present. You don't have to be perfect, you just gotta start documenting, and that is what we're gonna do. Just finishing up editing some client videos, because that is what I do with my life now. Is I am a videographer, photographer, as most of you know, and I help with my family's video advertising business. But I've also gone off and done a couple of my own side projects now that align with like my passions and what really inspires me as a creative, as a photographer, as a videographer. And it's just really exciting to see like the two worlds kind of collide now, of making content that has a strategy and is purposeful and beautiful, but then now in things that I find are fun, like surfing, going outside, exercising. It's just full circle moment that's happened in this last year, because when I was traveling Asia, I didn't really know exactly how all the dots were going to connect. I just knew that if I made time for the things I love, but then also focused on developing my skill set in order to do this stuff properly, that eventually these worlds would come together. And now I'm sort of seeing this all come back together. And it's kind of funny, because if you would have asked me a year ago if I would be where I am right now, some of the things I don't think I would even believe you. And I mean, I think most people, if they look back on their lives, they feel that way. And just be proud of yourself. Like, I'm proud of myself, be proud of yourself, because that's all that matters, is that you are enjoying yourself in the process of creating a life that you are proud of, because that is ultimately my goal. I got multiple Pinterest boards. I'm gonna pull them up. I have multiple Pinterest boards for my vision boards, and I have them based on year, and then before each month comes around, I do like my mindset motto and like what I want the month to look like. So I actually use Pinterest a lot. Side note, it's like probably half of my viewership comes from Pinterest, and then that links back to my Instagram account, or maybe this once it gets going. This one here is my vision board just for my entire life. Like, I don't know, the vibe, the energy I want to radiate when I'm older, like in the next decade, I guess, and just like what I want to build towards. Like, this is the ultimate goal. And then the next ones are my monthly ones, and I can just go in and kind of pin things that I want the next month's version of myself. I think everyone has this vision of the person they want to become, but then they forget that they actually have to make these steps every single day to become that person. So this vision board method is like, every month I go in and like, okay, who is that ultimate end character I want to be? So I look at my overall vision board. Then I go back to the month, and then I create a monthly one of like slow little mindset or even lifestyle things that I want to do in order to get to that level. And so this is September, because it's currently September, my favorite month of the year. yeah, so I'm really about this small little steps every single day become the person and life I really, my heart desires, that fulfills me, that makes me happy, and that will continue to allow me to grow into the person I want to be and make a positive impact in the world that I know I can. Because if you mentally are not on track, you can't make the difference you want to make. And that's what I fully, heartedly believe is your energy, if you put it back into the world, and that didn't make any sense. What do I believe? I believe that if you have good energy and you give it out into the world and you're there for people and you help people, that the world will bring it back to you because everything is energy. And I just can feel the energy from these things and it makes me so happy. And the certain music I listen to, I don't know, I'm just like subliminally rewiring my subconscious to like work towards this. But in the meantime, we're going to be grinding. We're going to be working. We're going to have a balance, but my entire life is work. But I love it because I think I started vlogging, oh my god, when I was like in high school.
Here are some top 10 reasons how to be a cool person.
.com. Thank you. Bye.
The lunchroom. Yeah, this is the lunchroom at the busiest time.
I think I was like 15 years old. And now what? Now we're getting old, so no time like the present. I don't really know what we're doing here, but we're just getting back into the groove of things and into documenting this part of my life because I started picking up this camera when I was traveling, things were exciting, and I stopped because coming home I just thought my life wasn't exciting, but I think it's kind of interesting because it's not straightforward, that's for sure. Like, I'm sitting here editing all day, that's just my life. But on social media, people don't really know what it takes, so kind of like wanting to document the process. Because if I don't, no one else will. And I want to know what it took to build this. And look back on for my kids, for me. You should see how I'm like lining up my camera right now. It's like on top of my other camera. It's quite funny actually. But this is the next season. This is season 2, the sequel. Now that the vlogs are back and my creative eye has developed in this last year. And it is my birthday, so it is my reset year. I don't know, a lot's gonna happen, but, and I always think people think that their lives aren't interesting enough to document, but it's all about how you tell your story. The parts you think are boring are probably what people actually want to see, because social media is such a highlight reel right now that it just seems cliche, fake, not authentic, that like me sitting at my computer all day, not doing anything, that's authentic. Like me running around to like 8 meetings a day and a shoot, that's interesting. Like that's what it takes, and then I sit at my computer for a week to edit them all. But see, like the highlight reel, this is just surface level. This is just the things that inspire me and make me feel happy. Because this is the energy I want to project into the world, just like this. But the day-to-day does not look like this. As much as everyone thinks it does. Definitely doesn't, it looks like this. And that's my new mission, is this is not pretty all the time. I just make pretty things. That's because that's my creative outlet. Some people have reading, some people like writing, some people go exercise profusely. But this is just how I sealed the world and how I find beauty in everything. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of over with this thing that this is easy. Because it's not. Like, this is work. And the only people that really understand that are those who are in it. And sure, I do this for work, but we're gonna take this side more seriously now. Because as much as I tell my clients to start documenting their life, it's time for me to start documenting mine. I want to de-influence influencing, or de-influence even this whole entrepreneurship thing. It's not pretty, it's not easy. Like, sure, you can make money, but most of it's a fucking grind. Like, you're up early, you're up late, you don't have a social life, you're constantly stressed by anxiety, you have to text your clients back almost immediately. Like, you are working 24/7. You think you're escaping the 9 to 5, but you just sign yourself up for a 24-hour shift. And I like it, because that means my life's work, and I love my work. So that means I love my life. So we're just gonna keep it on that trajectory, and hopefully it's gonna work out. And honestly, people aren't going to watch this out of the people I actually know, which kind of crazy, because that's just how it works, I guess. Out of all my years of making content and posting, it's like the ones who are closest to you don't support you. Because I find the friends I make on social media or through social media are the ones who are my loudest cheerleaders, and I love all of them to death. It's just crazy. But when there's someone in your circle, it's like the cheering stops, and there's never any mention of what you do. That's okay. I guess that's just how it goes. But anyway, thanks for coming back. We're making our comeback. That's why there will be a segment one day called Ella Talks, and I will be talking about all these things, because I've learned a lot, and we're still learning, and I think it's fun if you view every day as a learning lesson and a constant level up every single day. The only competition is yourself, and if you look at yourself yesterday, are you a better person than you were yesterday? That's how I feel in everything I do. Did I get more done? Did I push myself harder? Did I overcome a challenge or a mental block that has been holding me back? Like, did I do something that my future self is gonna thank me for? So that's where we're doing this now, guys. We're back, and we're ready to document the process. So stay tuned. Thanks for whoever's watching this sticking around since Indonesia, because that's when I started this channel, and now we're bringing it back 1 year later, season 2.